The next scenario is the atheist. The atheist would have you believe that they are the ones who are rational and scientific because they don't believe in God, and you are the ones who are irrational and unscientific because you believe in a being that you cannot see, and you cannot touch, and you cannot hear. But realistically, the atheist has a very weak argument. A lot of people are worried about the atheist. How do I prove something unseen to an atheist? The atheist is the easiest person to talk to because their argument has no logical background. And that's why Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran, in many verses He will refute the pagans, many verses to refute the Christians, many verses to refute the Jews. Just one verse in the Quran, Allah puts it there to refute the atheist. Why just one? The scholars say because of how weak their argument is. And that's the verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَمْ خُلِقُوا مِنْ غَيْرِ شَيْءٍ أَمْ هُمُ الْخَالِقُونَ أَمْ خَلَقُوا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ بَلْ لَا يُوقِنُونَ. Allah says, were they created out of nothing? Or did they create themselves? Second option. Or did they create the heavens and the earth? And they have no certain knowledge. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course, the third option, it's inferred from the ayah, that the universe has a creator outside of itself. So now, the options that were given, either they created themselves or they were created out of nothing. Which one do they choose today? Out of nothing. They say, some cosmic dust gathered in a vacuum, started spinning, got hot, exploded, everything cooled down. Out of this confusion and chaos came perfect order, this balanced earth. So it's not a logical argument. And it's so easy when you get an atheist and you tell him, he tells you, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in a creator. Well, how did we come to existence? They'll tell you the Big Bang Theory. And you'll enjoy when you say, oh, so you're basing everything on a theory? You know what a theory is, right? It's just kind of like an educated or scientific guess. It's not fact. It's not like a hypothesis that can be proven through an experiment. You're basing everything in your life based on a theory. You just notice how they shake immediately when you say that. So then it's so illogical to assume that consciousness came out of unconsciousness. Life came out of no life. Order came out of chaos. And that's not how it works. You don't expect something organized to come out of an explosion. It's like, if a tree blows up, do you get a nice wooden desk or an oak desk, dining set? Brothers who need to get married, just take dynamite, go to the woods. What do you want, dining set? Okay, well, chairs? How many chairs? You don't expect that. So, the evidences to the existence of Allah, there are many. There are the instinctive evidences, and this is where everyone is born with this feeling that they know that there is a creator. And even a lot of atheists, because they don't believe in Allah, they'll believe in something else. I find they always believe in some atheists, some UFO, some force, some spirit. Because Allah created the human beings, they need to believe in something. It's the body and the spirit. You take care of the body, you eat, you drink, you sleep, takes care of the body physically. Then there is a spirit, which a lot of people overlook because they're so busy trying to take care of the body and trying to make millions. But if they contemplate the lives of those who were millionaires and you would expect them to be happy, you find that they're still overdosing on drugs. They're still, abusing substances, alcohol and other drugs. And especially in affluent neighborhoods, you find a very high percentage of them are going to the shrink. They're not happy because they neglected the spirit. When they take care of the body, they discover there's an emptiness, taking care of the spirit. So the instinctive evidences are the fitrah, our belief that there is a creator. Someone in Sudan was telling me that he studied as a student in Russia. He said a woman told him, there is no God. I only believe in the government and the police. This is a Russian lady. I only believe in the government and the police and in my existence. That's it. He says, then look how honest she's being. She said, but between you and me, when I'm in my room and the door is locked and there's no one there, I feel that there's something else. He told her, that's something else? That's Allah. So instinctively they believe there's evidence to the existence of Allah. There's tangible evidence from the creation around us if we contemplate. And there's evidence from the Sharia, strong arguments, like the origin of the Quran. Where did that come from? And that's why for the atheist we can argue with the building in the desert. Everything has a creator and a beginning. If you see a building in the desert, you won't assume that this is how the grains of sand piled on top of each other left a door open and a window open. If you see a watch in the woods, you won't think that it just came out by itself. Everything has a beginning, and it's ridiculous to assume it came out of nothing. Other things, we asked them, how did we hear of a creator? 96% of the world's population believes there is a God. How did people come to know and all of them agree in something if it doesn't exist? How did they all make it up and agree upon it together? He had to have announced his presence to us at some point, somehow. And then we can explain it through the justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just like the atheist I was telling you about, who saw it was unjust for people like Hitler to not be resurrected again. And we always tell them, if you don't want a headache, tell them, look, I'm saying that there is a book written by Allah here on earth today, and I'm saying that it's perfect. And it would seem that it's easy for you to disprove me because nothing human or man-made is perfect. So take the Quran, read it. If you find a flaw in it, and the flaw is not something that goes against your whims and your desires, you find an actual flaw in it, produce it and show it to me. And this is a challenge that's within the Quran itself. And also the fact that Islam is of the fastest growing religions. You can use so many things against the atheist to show them that there must be some truth here, and we're inviting you to take a good look at it.